George, welcome to the Coffee With. First of all, what's your order?
Flat white, yeah. Seem to change a bit between cappuccino and flat white, but yeah, flat white most of the time.
You regular coffee man then, dude?
Yeah, I think so. Only in the mornings, though, not 10 to 1 to have one too late in the afternoon, but yeah, mostly in the mornings.
Is it one when you're driving in, or are you having one?
Yeah, I like to have a little stop off, maybe a Costa or something. But yeah, sometimes in the morning and before a match sometimes as well.
We've got you here after training. What's a typical afternoon look like for you?
Tuesday, it's more one of our physical sessions Tuesday, so a bit more volume in the legs and sessions like that. But yeah, overall, like good training days, yeah.
And then once you've got away from training, what you're doing when you get back home or whatever?
PlayStation, really. Yeah, I'm a bit of a gamer. I think there's a few of them in the group, but yeah, I'm definitely one for the PlayStation.
Do you play together, or you know?
We haven't yet. I've been asked by Dave.
Yes,
who does a bit of the streaming. Yeah. So I think a couple of us might end up doing that. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see if that happens.
What are you playing at the minute? What's
bit of everything really? FIFA. Call of Duty, Fortnite as well, so yeah, anything that anyone's on, I'll play.
Any good? Any good at any of them?
Yeah, I'm alright. I've had enough practice, so I should be. But yeah, I enjoy it.
What about if you've got a full day to yourself? What are you doing on the day off?
Probably something similar to this. See if any of my mates are around for a coffee or anything like that. Catch up with them. Obviously, we've got a busy schedule over the past few months at Christmas and things like that, so recently it's just been about catching up with friends, family and things like that, so yeah, something like that it'd look like.
Any kind of wider interest, any golf or anything like that? Not?
I think I pretend to like golf, but I'm not very good, but I enjoy the social aspect of it, and a couple of my mates play as well, so it's a good way to catch up with lads from other clubs and stuff like that, so yeah.
You'd spend a decent amount of time in car, you know, and travelling over Pennines and things like that. What's your go-to when you're driving?
Podcast, really. Enjoy Under the Cosh, John Parkin does that. Enjoy that one. Peter Crouch one as well. I think that's about it. There's another one. I had trials once. Gareth Seddon, who was at Salford. He does one, and that's. I know a bit more about that because lads who go on it are from the Manchester area, so I know the clubs and who they played for and things like that. So yeah, more of a podcast man than music.
So football's still a big part of it. When you're switching out.
I enjoy listening to people who've obviously played at the top level. People who've had good careers, and see if I can learn anything off them or just the interesting stories that they tell.
Yeah. One thing that when we speak to lads, or when there's the question of the week or stuff like that, anytime it's on appearance or you always come up. Somebody said they've never seen you wear the same gear twice. Yeah. Is that true?
Well, I think that's pushed a lot by Joe Ironside. He sits next to me in the dressing room, so if anything I wear, just knew that Joe straight onto it. So him and Woody as well. So, but yeah, it's I like to take care in how I look. So yeah, obviously look good, play good. So something like that. Yeah, but yeah, enjoy to look good. Yeah.
You like fashion and stuff like that in terms of.
Yeah, it's something I see. You see on Instagram and stuff like that. Lads in the Prem who, if they're changing up what they're wearing, see if I can copy something like that. But nothing too much that's going to get me enough stick in the changing room. So yeah, keep it simple as well.
Well, that's it. They're always complimentary area rather than you picking it up for having worse gear. So that's kind of what
but yeah, try and keep it simple and hopefully the lads like it.
Are you shopping then? Do you like going shopping or is it?
Not really, no. I'm more of an online shopper, but yeah, I do enjoy going out. Bit of the shopping experience when you go into Manchester and things like that. So yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about your journey then. Kind of that time at Manchester United. Obviously, we talk a lot about. I'm sure you learned a massive amount. Yeah. Fantastic academy setup.
Yeah, it is. There's been quite a lot from my age group that went on to play, whether that's at United or at different teams or in the league.
Who would that be?
So like James Garner, who's at Everton, who's at Forest, Ethan Laird, who's at Birmingham now, Brandon Williams, he's another one that's made it through. And then there's a few others that play in the league now. So it was a good group that that I come through with, and a lot have gone on to be successful. Yeah.
What's it like for a player when you come out of that? You know, when that time at Manchester United ends. What are you going through at that period?
Well, to be honest, I was pretty lucky because I was picked up by Sheffield United pretty quick. So I can can imagine sometimes coming out at that age at 16 when you're just leaving school and you don't really know what you're going to do next, and you're always told that you need a backup plan, but really you just want to focus on football. But yeah, I guess that's why the dropout rate is so big. But like I said, I was lucky to be picked up by Sheffield United pretty quick, and I signed a scholar and a pro there. So, but yeah, like you say, it's different. Obviously, going from the facilities of Man United and sort of when you're going on trips to Europe and people recognise that badge, it's a bit different to when you go to Sheffield United. But I'd say going to Sheffield United sort of made me the player I am. It grounded me and made me the person I am as well. Sort of the hard-working player that wants to get on the ball and be good on the ball as well. So I definitely say they both played a part in my player development.
What's it like when you're travelling then with Manchester United? We saw when they came for the trophy game, and they're all decked out in suits and they've got that badge.
Yeah, it's one of them. You're representing the club. You know, everyone wants a bit of that as well when you're away. You'll obviously fans all over the world from Man United, so whenever you're wearing that badge, you're involved with that reputation. It's something that you have to represent.
Did you know that you were going to end up at Sheffield United? You know, when you were as you came towards the end of that time?
Well, I think there was there was a few staff members from Sheffield United that went on to work to Man United. So whether they crossed over and said these lads are being released, did you want to look at them, sort of thing. So it was I think that when I had my mum and dad had the meeting at Man United about me being released, I think maybe a day later, 2 days later, I was going down to Sheffield United at the weekend and playing in games. So yeah, it was a pretty quick turnaround for me, but probably one that was best.
Not a bad academy to join either. You know, very well, produced an awful lot of players, but great facilities as well.
So I went there at 16 and had 2 years. I was playing in the under-18s, and then I was out on loan pretty quick. So, but yeah, it's a good academy. Obviously, you've seen the players that produced Walker, Maguire. Obviously seen Bill. Bill's been there for a long time. They provide players who were good enough for a first team or someone else's first team, really, but are always good people as well.
Here's a bit of an insight. What's Bill like with the younger lads?
No, Bill. I've always said Bill was always good with the younger lads. When we were sort of gone on pre-season trips with the first team, Bill was always one to get us involved. Always make us feel comfortable. So yeah, I can always never a bad thing to say about Bill.
Yeah, happy to see him when he walked through.
Yeah, definitely.
I
think a lot of people were. Obviously, his goal scoring record speaks for himself, and so he was here before. But as well as being a leader as well, it's something that we want in the dressing room.
He's talked about wanting to go into management and stuff like that. Have you seen that kind of developing in him over time?
Yeah, well, when he was at Sheffield United, he was doing his badges, and our age group was sort of involved in that. So I already seen a bit of that. But he's definitely someone that would make a good manager, I think.
Talk us through a bit about that loan experience then, particularly that one out in Belgium.
Yeah, it was happened pretty quick, really. I think it was about 18, maybe 19. I was supposed to go to Harrogate on loan on the Monday. I got a phone call on the Saturday evening, and the head of academy at Sheffield United said our sister club in Belgium would be interested in taking you on loan. What do you want to do? So it was sort of, give me an hour and I'll ring you back. See what. I got off the phone and spoke to mum and dad, and mum and dad were sort of a bit shocked by it, but obviously they understand football as well, so they know it moves quick. And so Monday morning I was at Manchester Airport getting on a flight to Belgium. My mum was panicking a bit, but it was just one of them. Just got up, went, and I really enjoyed it. It was good.
What was it like then? Kind of more off the pitch really for you. You're going to
it was probably
foreign country.
It was probably the first time that I lived by myself properly. Obviously at Sheffield United during digs and stuff, you're still supported, but I lived on my own in an apartment in Antwerp. It was good, really enjoyed it. I was in the centre, so days off and that I'd venture out and explore a bit. So I really enjoyed it. Obviously I was driving over there as well, so that was a bit of an experience. But I really enjoyed it. It's a different culture and obviously a different way to learn football as well.
Yeah. You like travelling? Is that?
It's something that obviously as footballers we're a bit restricted in doing, but whenever we have sort of the off season and that, it's always something that I like to do.
So you're thrust into fending for yourself. Obviously, we always talk about kind of learning to cook and things like that. What's that like in a foreign country as well?
It was one of them. Like I said, the biggest one was driving on the other side of the road, things like that. So, but I really enjoyed it. It shaped me as well. It taught me things that I didn't really know about myself. But then when I come back from there, I was sort of grown up quite quick. So, but yeah, it was a good experience.
I say, prepare you for anything, wherever you ended up on loan or wherever you moved up.
It definitely gave me a different experience. I was pretty lucky really because the manager there was Will Still, who's the manager at Lens now in the French league, but he. I think his mum and dad are from Kent or something like that, so he could speak English and French, so the sessions were really quite easy for me because he was able to explain them. I didn't have to sort of ask the French lads or the lads from Belgium how to explain it, but yeah, it was good, yeah.
You talked about Sheffield United having such a massive influence on you in your development. What was that? What are the big things?
I'd probably say in the under-18 it was just about working hard gets you sort of to the front of the queue, and then it's about taking your opportunity then. So that was something that was always drilled into me at Sheffield United, about getting in early, doing your extras, or staying after doing extras, or doing what you can to improve. Also, I was out by having a good group. Again, there was a lot of us now that are playing in the league and who have gone on to play for Sheffield United or gone out and played elsewhere. So, and that was down to the coach as well. So we had Paul Eckenbottom at the time, who was the 23s manager, and he was really good at drilling that into us. Like I said, a lot of us have gone on to do well.
You always took the opportunity to come here. Were you always hungry for first team football?
Yeah, I'd had, obviously, like I said, I've had different first team experiences in Belgium at Rochdale, then following on to Boreham Wood, but I'd always wanted that move to the league that was a proper club. And obviously when the gaffer rang and said he was interested, obviously the gaffer coming back here, it was meant that I think a real momentum was going to gather. I spoke to other lads that had been at Doncaster Rovers, so it was a good club, and it was something that I was definitely excited about to get in the building and kick-start.
How do you kind of reflect on your time then so far, 18 months or so?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I think first year was about me settling in. I think I did that. Obviously I played at the first part of the season, and then we went on that good run in the second half of the season, and the team stayed the same, but that's something that is going to happen. You're not going to change a winning team. We did well, so it was good it was good to be a part of that team that obviously got in the playoffs, but this year we want to do that bit better and go up this time.
Having that patience has obviously definitely paid off for you, but how do you get yourself through those months where you're inevitably going to feel some frustration that you're not starting everywhere?
Yeah, I think all players will feel that in their career, whether you're playing or not, or you might not be playing as well, but you're still playing. But it's just about training as well as you can and showing the staff what you can do, but also the staff being there to sometimes them days where it is a bit tough and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. It's that one where they just have a word with you and just saying you're doing well sort of thing. Just keep going and your time will come. I like to think that I've done that. I've worked hard last year, I've worked hard pre-season. I've got my opportunity this year, I've took it, and hopefully that can continue.
And that's involved perhaps a slight change of position for you and learning something new?
Yeah, it was. I've played it, dropped in and out of it at Sheffield United, but I was always that sort of number 8 at Sheffield United. But coming here, the gaffer spoke to me about playing that deeper role. It's been mentioned before about being similar to Ben Whiteman, and he's shown me clips of him and how I can sort of do that. So it's something that I've enjoyed. The staff have helped me with that, and obviously the gaffer Cops as well has played a part in that and showing me seeing different positions to receive the ball, or when I can pass forward, or when I can keep it. But the staff have definitely helped me out.
It seemed to be fairly natural to you. Has it felt like that, or has there been?
I think as a midfielder, I think wherever you are, you're in the middle because you're comfortable on the ball. You know how to receive the ball, and you want to receive the ball. So I think as a midfielder, I think you can play 6 or 8. I mean, if you play it more, you're probably going to get more comfortable with 1. But I like to feel like my athleticism, I'm quite fit. I feel like that position does suit me.
And it's kind of whatever, you've got to have that flexibility, as you just said, because you see somebody like Bales who's he can sit in there, he can be one of the furthest
we've seen
forward.
That with Bales. Even Bales last year, he played right back, played centre half, and then he's played as the 8 this year, and he's scored goals and he's played deeper. But it's the same with PK. He's played deeper and he's played higher. So there's a lot of us in there that can do the 6 or the 8 job, or even in the 10. So it's a good mix that we've got.
What's it like being in there? Because I think it's, over the years you can see that it's probably the most I think it's one of the most pressurised positions simply because everybody knows everything. You're on so much of the ball, you play so many of the passes that if there is a mistake or if there is a misplaced pass, I think people notice it more. And I think midfielders often come in for more stick than what they're due.
Well, that's the sort of the pressure that comes with playing in midfield. It's happened to me this year. I've made mistakes and I've paid for it, but it's about learning from them mistakes, and the way that the gaffer wants us to play, it's about keep doing that whether you make mistakes or not. He said that to us. He said he wants us to play with freedom. He wants us to play how he wants to play, and if we can do that, and we've shown at times this year that we're really good when we do it, so we just need to continue that.
Yeah, he wants you to be adventurous. And
definitely. We've seen other teams that play different ways for different reasons, but I feel like the way we do it is the best way of doing it for us, because the players we've got in the team at the top end of the field are really exciting players in the league. We've seen that like Hursty, Saabs, Moles, Gibbo. We've seen that sometimes when we're all in our game, they're really unstoppable, really.
That faith that the gaffer is showing, how big has that been for you? Because even when you weren't involved, it's still talking you up as what a player you're going to be and how far you're going to go, and then and that development as well. It continues to to talk you up. Really,
it's something that every player wants. Really, you just being at the club. Obviously, the gaffer believes in you. Else you won't be here. Obviously, we're good enough. We just need to show it, and probably on a more consistent basis. But yeah, it's always good when the staff or players still believe in the squad we've got and believe in individuals, because we should do, because we are a good group.
Talk to us about goals. The ones that you've scored have been spectacular, and I think probably out of the group, if the ball drops 25 yards out, 30 yards out, you're looking for George Broadbent to head it. How frustrated are you that you've not got more?
Yeah, probably it is one of them, but the last few games that the ball has come back to me, and it could be something ridiculous as 40 yards, and I hear a crowd saying shoot. So I think it has probably set me up scoring that one at home to Cheltenham. But yeah, like I said, it's something that I've spoke to the gaffer about. I do want to contribute more. We see players in that position, that number 6 position, that do score big goals. Obviously, being a City fan myself, you see players like Rodri have scored big goals for City, playing in that position. But yeah, it might not all be as spectacular as Cheltenham at home, but hopefully I can add a few more this year.
You mentioned Man City. Is that a family thing?
Yeah,
you're not Johnny come lately to it after all the success.
It's my dad. My dad's a big City fan. Mum and dad really. Being going to Main Road and things like that. So my dad's from a young age. Even when I was at Man United, we still went to City games. I had a season ticket there. So from young, I've been on all the trips to Wembley. I've been to away games and that. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. As well as the good times, but I've been there when they've been not as good as well. So
always makes it sweeter when you've been through the. Any reluctance from your dad when you were joining Man United?
Well, it was a bit difficult really, because I could have gone to Man City, but it was a time where the Abu Dhabi group had come in and they were sort of bringing more players in from Europe. So my dad was saying you're probably going to have a better chance of making it through and have the attention of the coaches, of being coached instead of pushed to the side. So we went to Man United, and I'd like to think it's worked out.
Absolutely. Looking to this season, what are your hopes now between now and the end of the year?
Personally, just to keep playing as much as I can. As a group, we know where we want to go. We know we want to be in and around the top of the league, which we've shown we should be doing. We just need to try and do it on a bit more of a consistent basis. We've got the players too, we've got the individuals too, so there's no reason why we can't.
Gaffer said at Meet the Owners recently that he's not given up on finishing top, as he said, and I get the impression that everybody shares in that same belief.
Everyone's in the same boat in the group. We know that we can win the league, and we know that we should be in and around the promotion places, and if not, then it's deemed as a failure really. The standard of the group knows that. But yeah, like we said, that in football it can change quite quick, as we've seen last year. So we're under no illusion that we can still finish in that top spot.
All these interviews finish in the same way, and it's the question of when you've finished playing football, how would you like people to speak about you, whether that's as a person, but as a footballer as well? What would you hope that people would remember about?
I like to think really an honest player, really, someone that would work hard for the team, but obviously has that bit of magic really to do something. I'd watch players like De Bruyne or people over the years like Modric and players like that have always got that bit of spark in them to do something in when games are a bit flat. So yeah, definitely someone that's always gives 100% really, because that's what I like to base my game on.
A few more goals like that.
Yeah, a few more goals. Hopefully that'll put a YouTube compilation together. So hopefully I can do that, and then I'll be remembered for some of them as well.
Well, thanks, George. Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers, mate.